In this video, we will discuss social media marketing strategies and how they relate to your overall SEO campaign. A consistent social media presence is key to a good SEO strategy. You want to create engaging content that will encourage people to share it throughout social media channels as well. Encourage sharing on your website with above the fold social media sharing buttons like Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus, and LinkedIn, and also Pinterest if you're using a lot of pictures within your website. Above the fold sharing means when people land on your website, the first thing they see before they have to scroll is the content that's above the fold. You want to have sharing buttons, or at least buttons that go to your pages, above the fold when they first land on it. You want to have your sharing buttons either to the left hand side or above your blog post as well. You could use a tool like the Dig social media WordPress plugin that works extremely well for your blog. Every website out there as part of a good SEO strategy should have a blog in place. And if you don't, you could also use a tool called Add This tool, which also works for standard HTML type sites, e-commerce sites that maybe aren't running on WordPress or other similar sites. You could also do a Google search for social media WordPress plugins and use widgets like the one provided again at addthis.com. And they also have there's also a widget out there called the Share This widget that you can install on most websites as well. And again, social media sharing plugins is another Google search phrase you could do. So social media WordPress plugins, social media sharing plugins, social media sharing buttons. You want to have some sort of social media buttons so it encourages people to share your content and get it out there all over the web. Here's a great example if you're on the CNN blog here, which actually runs on WordPress. This is CNN Tech here. You'll notice up at the top of every article, top right hand side, they have a share this button. Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus, LinkedIn, and then they have Facebook recommended as well. So you notice that even the big websites, they are actually using the social sharing aspect as well because it's key. It's a great way to get lots of additional traffic. So that is what I mean by above the fold, where the Share This app is the Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google Plus buttons. That is above the fold, meaning when you land on the page, you see the sharing option and it's very obvious what you're supposed to do with that content. You want to create branded accounts around your website or brand on the following social media networks. Facebook fan page, you definitely want to have one of them. You want to create multiple fan pages under one Facebook account. You can actually do that, so you don't have to have a separate Facebook account for each one, especially if you're in multiple niche markets or multiple businesses or just multiple fan pages that you want to have. Keep in mind that you can have multiple accounts under the same Facebook account. So you can have multiple fan pages. And when we talk about branding, you want to basically have the same logo or similar logo that goes along with what people would see when they're on your website. If you have a logo on your website and they go to your Twitter page, it should be the same logo. Or they go to your Facebook fan page, it should be the same logo. Or LinkedIn if you have a business page there. Twitter, it's great for getting quick content index. So as you create new content posts, you could post it out there on Twitter. You could post it onto your Facebook fan page that you're using to build up a following. You could also put it on a Google Plus page as well. And it's a very important account to create Google Pluses because Google does put a lot of weight on Google Plus. It is their social media attempt, and so therefore they are going to put a weight on it. They won't say necessarily, it makes a difference, but you have to wonder, and it's definitely something that you want to incorporate. You want to make sure you are using the Google Plus button on your page. Another thing to consider as we go back up to Facebook fan pages or even Google Plus pages is you want to consider maybe making some niche pages that are related to your market that maybe aren't just about your business. You want to have some business pages which will really help you, and it's going to also help drive up the social mentions and shares and all that. But you also want to have some pages that are there to kind of build up an audience of people that are interested in golf or interested in dog grooming or interested in whatever niche market you happen to be in. You want to build up a nice following, and you can do that with Facebook, and that's why I pointed out that you could have multiple fan pages. So you could have fan pages built just for your niche and fan pages for your business. A LinkedIn profile, it's great to have an individual profile or also create a company account if you're promoting as a company. As an individual, it's really good because you can really connect with people there, and it's also another way people could share their content on your site. A YouTube channel, it's very important. This is where you could actually post informative videos around your niche, and we talked all about content creation throughout this process, and a YouTube channel is essential to an overall quality SEO campaign. And the reason is that YouTube actually shows up in the search results now very effectively. Obviously, Google owns them. If you do a search for almost any keyword phrase, there's a good chance videos are going to show up as well. And so you need to be having a YouTube channel, have videos posted there constantly and consistently, and also have a channel that's branded with your logo on it. Videos really do rank well in the search engines. If applicable to your niche, like if you're in a niche where it would make sense to have a lot of images shared, you should definitely have a Pinterest account. And I would go ahead and reserve one anyway while you're getting all these other social media profiles, because there are going to be times where you could share an image, especially if you're in like the golf niche and you want to share pictures of golf courses, or you want to show demonstrations on how to do certain golf swing techniques. Or if you're in the dog grooming market, you want to show pictures of different dog hairdos or dog styles, you could use a Pinterest account for that. Same thing goes with Instagram. It's a really powerful tool, especially if you're doing a lot with pictures. And this can work for most niche markets. No matter what niche market is, there's probably a way you could incorporate pictures and a great program like Instagram into your marketing as well, because there's a lot of people out there. These are all the places where your audience is hanging out. So it's just a matter of trying to extract people from those sources. Like on Instagram, it could be a matter of a picture that shows people living a certain lifestyle, or especially weight loss or fitness. The kind of pictures that do well are showing people before and after pictures that are getting results from the exercises they're doing, or pictures of your food that you created. If you're doing a diet or health type product, you could take pictures of your food and you could actually share that out on Instagram, and you're going to get a lot of people going, wow, that looks delicious, that looks good. And it's a great way to kind of build up a rapport and get people over to check out your website, especially if they look at your profile. They're going to see that. You want to post consistent content across these social media sites, and then you want to link to your content. So you want to add a link to your content somewhere, obviously on these networks as well, and also link to your main blog within the profile on these social media sites. And so if you're doing videos as well, press releases, articles, guest blogging, those kind of things that you have out there. So if you're a guest blog somewhere, you could actually post it out there on your social media profiles. Or if you've created a new video, post it out on all your social media platforms. If you have done a new article on a major article directory, or a new article on your blog, or a new resource on your blog, share it out there all over the place. If you've submitted a press release, also share that press release through the social media channels. That way you have a consistent message, and you're also getting additional backlinks and interest and shares on your actual content that's out there, instead of just links to your website as well. So it's a great way to kind of show that your website's getting found all over the place. Share useful tips and information from other sources. Don't only link to your content. That will get old after a while. So find really good information related to your niche market and share that kind of information out there. Create a consistent social media posting schedule, whether it's 3 days a week, 5 days a week, once per week, but be consistent and pick up the frequency as you go along. Especially with social media, it's constantly changing. You could leverage tools like Hootsuite, which will actually let you like time your tweets and things like that. Sometimes your audience, you may want to tweet the same message out twice during the day, because your audience may find it some in the morning, some in the evening. You're not going to reach everybody at once. Interact with your audience on the social media accounts that you set up. Post content even if it is for an audience of one. So even if you're brand new, be consistent in posting, even if you only have one follower, because eventually you're going to pick up and get more followers. And when we talk right above about interacting with your audience, that means if they make a comment, or you ask them a question and they reply back to you, comment back to them. If they do a reply to you, or if they make a comment on your article or something, contact them. Thank you for commenting, or thank you for sharing my article, or whatever the case might be. Always be watching for mentions within social media so you can interact with your customers, especially like Facebook pages. That works really well for that. Add people who are following other people in your niche market as well. So especially like on Twitter, you could go out there and you can actually see who is actually out there following big players in your niche market. So who are those people that are following the big players in your niche, and then you can start following them. Chances are they may follow you back, and so you're reaching a targeted audience that way. Encourage your email list and customers to get involved on social media. Maybe offer special coupons on your Facebook page, ways to kind of get them going back to your pages. Make sure you leverage videos in YouTube, absolutely essential and huge. Share the videos across all the social media sites as you create videos. Post them out there on Facebook, on Twitter, on Google, on LinkedIn. Join other social media sites related to your niche. Many niches have smaller and unique social networking sites like Facebook, but just for that niche market. Social media profile links. You want to create profile pages on all social media sites that you join. Make sure you link to your site from the profile pages as well. And this is really a common untapped resource for backlinks. You're going to find that profile links within social media profiles are very prevalent. Like you could easily get a backlink from a variety of social media profiles out there. You want to join many different social media sites. There is a ton of them out there, and you want to be active and join as many as you can related to your niche market. Now, you want to make sure you're focused on the main ones, which is Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and Google Plus and Pinterest and Instagram. Those are the big ones. But then also that would also mean, like, join many different ones that maybe you do a little bit on, maybe once a month or once a week, and they're related to your niche market. That'd be a great chance on your profile page to just have a link to your site. It doesn't mean you want to spam and just throw in your link out there, but having your link in the profile is not a bad thing. And the next thing we're going to talk about is local SEO strategies, so you can have a good local SEO campaign running.